Hi there, I'm Jared Pearson. Thanks again for joining us. Today we're going to be discussing animals and car accidents, a topic if you're an animal lover that should be near and dear to your heart, especially if you've been involved in a motor vehicle accident. Let's dive right in. We're going to keep this video short, give you the information you need, and see if we can get you right out so that you know what to do if and when you're involved in a motor vehicle accident and if your accident involves a pet or an animal that you hold dear. First and foremost, animals involved in car accidents are considered property, not personal injury cases. I've written this specifically to make sure I can illustrate for you the fact that this is a common misconception in motor vehicle accidents. People hold their pets near and dear to their hearts, and as a result, when that animal is injured, when Bruno, your dog, or Steve the cat gets injured, you end up in a situation where you consider that to be a personal injury. The eyes of the law and the insurance policy that covers the vehicle doesn't consider that to be the case. So I want you to start having the right mindset over how we're going to be treating this case and how we're going to be bringing this case forward. So, injured pets and animals fall under property damage law. Don't try to present a personal injury claim for your pet. As much as you want to, it's going to be better that you don't. As a personal injury claim, there will be no coverage. Secondly, it is definitely not personal injury law. You need to be focusing on the realm of what the laws and administrative codes cover property damage and what coverage covers property damage, which is our next topic. Property damage is much lower coverage typically than personal injury coverage. There is a public policy for this. I don't want to get too much into it, but it tends to be in most insurance policies, at least for motor vehicle accidents, that the property damage coverage is a significantly lower amount of coverage than what would be for an individual if they were injured and they made a personal injury claim. With that being said, make sure your pet is treated timely and receives the appropriate amount of treatment. You don't want to have Fido not get the care that he or she needs, particularly because if you wait too long, you're still going to have a causality issue that will exist in a property damage claim. Get the immediacy is a big factor. Get that animal the treatment it needs as quickly and as reasonably as possible. Let's move on to the next topic, which is what damages are recoverable. So recoverable damages in North Carolina for pets and animals can be broken down in the following 5 broad categories. First and foremost, hospitalization. If your pet has to be hospitalized because of the significant injury, the pet has to have surgery, the vet has to treat your pet, so you have to take the pet to go see someone for a checkup. So long as those treatments are reasonable and necessary and the medications are reasonable and necessary in the eyes of the law, it's going to be something that you can present as damages in your case. If in the event that your animal passes, reasonable burial costs or disposal costs can be presented to the insurance company. There's usually a lot of fight over that from the insurance companies, as the kind of burial or disposal ceremony that you would want for your pets is usually a little more than what they're typically willing to pay. Just be conscientious to talk to your vets, get appropriate documentation, and present that claim in a reasonable fashion to the insurance company. Let's move on to some things to remember as you present your claim for your animal or pet being injured in a car accident is the damages for compensation must be reasonable and necessary. That's a 2-pronged test. Don't let the medical treatment be excessive. It has to be the right kind of care. You don't want to take your dog who's been injured in a car accident and take them to a spiritual advisor to get your dog, the dog's mental and emotional well-being checked. That's probably something that's going to get denied. Where you may feel that's reasonable and necessary, we have to look at what the ordinary prudent person would do in this, and we've seen that claim get denied several times. Also, what is necessary, you have to think about that as being arising out of the car accident. A necessary treatment would be if the dog's leg is injured, you don't treat its ears. You don't take its ears for an ear infection and try to pass that bill on to the insurance company. Now, if the ear injury is related to it, absolutely, present that claim as well. But what is reasonable and what is necessary is a 2-pronged test in presenting your property damage claim for your pet to the insurance company. Secondly, make sure to file your claim timely. Don't wait an exorbitant length of time in order to present that claim to the insurance company. Timeliness in insurance law is next to godliness. Thirdly, present adequate documentation. Your vet will provide you documentation should you ask. There's usually not a fee for it even. But what they've done, how they've done it, and why they've done it is something they will absolutely present to you because you're paying for it. And then you're going to pass along those documentations to have the insurance company reimburse you. Fourth and final, follow the advice of your pet and your vet. And I didn't put that last part down here, and I think it's a good thing to add. If your vet is telling you that Fido needs an x-ray, get Fido an x-ray. If Fido's acting like he's injured, listen to the animal. If it's acting strange, and I'm not trying to be too over the top here, but I think it's important that you understand that your animal, unless it's a parrot, can't talk to you. Make sure that you're being attentive to your animal's needs. If your animal's limping, get some treatment for the animal. If you wait too long, you're not going to be able to see that compensation. And more importantly, that poor animal is going to need to get some treatment and get better, much like you would want to if you were injured in a motor vehicle accident as well. So finally, I appreciate you watching this video. If you have any questions or concerns, reach out to us. We're available at Twitter or our website. Our Twitter handle is @WPLNC. Feel free to reach out there if you have any questions or concerns. Again, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.